that I am honored to just have a moment in time to speak to you about the current climate. And what I would say is that the current climate is a tumultuous one, consisting of a familiar challenge and presenting yet another opportunity for positive change in the world as it relates to social justice and racism. What I mean by this is that in the midst of a pandemic, which in the past we have, when we've had, say, a natural or national disaster such as 9/11 or Sandy, we've come together as one. However, in this current climate, we are dealing with a worldwide health crisis, which has no current cure, is not specific to class, gender, race, color, or any other demographic or protected class status. And still, we're having to reach back during this uncertain time, not to unify as we have in past crises, but to address an ongoing issue, a systemic issue, one that has plagued our nation for hundreds of years: racism. This is still prevalent in the world we live in today. The current state of the climate, in my opinion, can be attributed in part to our emotional lens, uncertainties, and the emotional effects the pandemic is having on each of us. But understand that a larger part of the climate exists based on the lingering racial issues that have yet to be sufficiently addressed or resolved over years. You see, systemic racism exists and is real. The impact it's had on our past and is still having on our present climate is devastating. There is true racism that exists in a large part of the population that feel as if they can say and do what they want based on privilege. But you know what? Change can come through adversity. And we have seen some small advances, such as the ban on chokeholds with police arrests. This climate stirs up in me personally, and some of you may be able to relate to this, feelings of fear, hurt, and encouragement at times. Fear for the safety and lives of my unarmed children, family, and others, and even myself as it relates to the lack of trust that has escalated between the police and the Black community. How do we rectify this? It's going to take a lot of hard work and time on both parts, in my opinion. Trust is something that's very difficult to gain back once you've lost it. I'm hurt. I'm hurt because the situations fostering this climate brings me to tears, and I feel overwhelmed at times. And I'm sure some of you must feel that way at times as well, with regards to the brutal reality of it all. Because it seems as if we keep taking one step forward and two steps back when it comes to racial disparities in this world. Listen, all lives matter. And at this moment in time, Black lives are the focus of the crisis right now, and Black lives matter. I'm encouraged, though, in the end, because after I acknowledge my fears and pain, I'm left with some encouragement and hope to invoke change with the knowledge and experiences I've had. You see, after getting over the sadness, I want to educate others about cultural difference, acceptance, and respect. It's all about a matter of respect. Let me be clear, though. Together, I feel that we can oppose racism and dismantle the systems that empower it by invoking our influence to make change regarding the effects of systemic racism. It starts with us sharing and caring enough to look, listen, and learn more about cultural differences without fear. Our current climate is actually a call to action, as it presents us with an opportunity to expand upon our emotional and cultural lens by invoking our diverse influence to reimagine those relationships and issues that foster systemic racism. So I welcome the opportunity this evening to have a discussion of how we can invoke our influence by communicating, collaborating, and advocating for positive change. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Walker-Belgrave. That was beautiful. Thank you very much.